What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to build your own agency website. Whether you have a marketing or a web design agency, this is perfect for you. You don't need any prior experience. By the end of this video, you just follow step by step and you'll have your own agency website. This is what it's going to look like. It's very modern. There's some nice animations. I'm even going to show you how to build a Calendly link that you can just embed into your website, just like this. So your clients can literally just land on your website, book a call with you just like that, putting their information. You have a call booked, and then you can hop in a call with them, tell them about your services, and make some quick cash. Without wasting any more time, let's get right into the video. Let's get it. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up the hosting. If you don't know what hosting is, and I have to explain it in simple terms, let's say you want to build a house. You can't just go outside, even though you have all the materials, and start building the house in the street, right? You need to buy the land first. Now, similar to real life, building a website is similar to building a house. You need to buy the land on the internet that allows you to build that website, and that's what hosting is. There are different types of hostings with different qualities, but the one we're going to use in this video is called Cloudways. So click the first link in the description. There's my affiliate link there. You can get 3 days of free hosting. Other platforms charge you like $20 instantly if you want to start, but Cloudways you can actually start for completely free. So if you're just starting your agency, this is perfect for you. The reason why I like Cloudways so much is, number one, it gives you free SSL certificates, which means that if you go and land on a Cloudways website, you're not going to have that thing that says your website is not secure. Another thing is you get 24/7 customer support with real life humans. So at any time during the day, you have a problem with your hosting or anything that you don't understand on the platform, there's a little chat box button at the bottom right you can click and actually get connected with an actual human from Cloudways that's going to help you. There's so many other reasons. I'm not going to go too deep into it right now, but I'm going to talk about it later. Now let's set up the hosting. So once you click the first link in the description, you will see start free. So I'm going to click start free. Once again, it's going to bring me to this page. And then I'm just going to write down my information. So I'm going to put this email, and then I'm going to put a random password. Just make sure you answer all the questions. It should be very quick. This one doesn't really matter. Just make sure you put like maybe the minimum just when you get started. And then as your agency grows, you can change it. And then you're going to click sign up. Then it's going to ask you to verify your email. So I'm going to open it here and verify it. So now that my account is verified, I can go ahead and create a server. So I'm just going to close this, and you're just going to follow my steps here. So here, you're going to name your application. So agency website is going to be the name of the application. And then the server name, you can put either USA or Canada or wherever you are located. And then you're going to host your website on wherever you host your clients' websites on as well. So in my case, I'm in Canada, so I'm going to put Canada. And then I'm going to, the name of the project, just my project, doesn't really matter. You're going to select DigitalOcean. That's probably the best server. And then server size, you can start off with $11 a month, whatever you want. But right now, it's not even going to take your credit card. So just choose the minimum, or I would actually recommend the 2 GB ones, 2 GB one. And server location, you're going to select whichever is closer to you. So I'm going to select Toronto because I'm in Canada. So that's the one I'm going to put right here. And then I can just launch the application, and it's going to take a few seconds. We're going to wait. As you can see, it says 7 minutes. We're just going to wait those 7 minutes, and I'm going to get back to you in a bit. Alrighty, so now that your server has been fully set up, you are on servers right here. I want you to click applications right here. And then you're going to see the agency website. Just click on this, and it's going to give you some details right here. Next thing you want to do is on admin panel, you want to click this. It's going to open up a new link, and it's going to ask you to log in. No worries, you have the login right here. You're going to click on username, copy username, paste it right here, copy the password as well, just like this, and then paste it there. Make sure you click remember me, just so you don't have to log in every single time you go on this. And now you are logged into the WordPress dashboard, and I will see you guys in the next section where we're going to set up the WordPress. Alrighty, so now we're going to be setting up the WordPress so we can start building the website. So obviously when you land, there's going to be a lot of things that just pop up. It's going to be a bit confusing. I just want you to click X on everything and then go into screen options on the top right here. And then just check every other thing. Make sure your screen is empty. And now everything is a little more free. You have more peace of mind. And then I want you to go into plugins and delete everything that's already downloaded. So just make sure you click this whole thing, deactivate first, apply, and then click it once again, and then delete. You're going to do the exact same thing on the themes. So you're going to click on themes. You're going to delete all of the themes that are already downloaded. And then you want to add a new theme. And the one we're going to be using is going to be called Go theme. So you're just going to search up Go. The reason why you want the Go theme is because it allows you to edit the menus. A lot of different themes allow you to edit the menus, but I just use Go because why not? So you can delete the last one just like this, and you can click X on everything else. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into pages and delete the pages that are already made by the host. You can dismiss this notice. Click on this little button here, bulk actions, and then move to trash. Alrighty, now we can download the plugins that we need. So we already downloaded the theme that we needed. If you go in themes, you can see we have the Go theme. Now we're going to go into plugins and we're going to download the plugins that we need. So you can hover on plugins, click add new plugin. Now you want to search up the plugins that you want to download. In my case, we're going to download Elementor because this is what we're going to use to build the website. So Elementor, you can install Royal Elementor add-ons, Elementor website builder. That's what we're going to use to build the website. These are just add-ons. And then ultimate add-ons for Elementor. This is what we're going to use to make the header and the footer. And then essential add-ons for Elementor as well. And perfect. So we're also going to go into install the plugins here. We're going to install everything one by one because there's a couple questions that they ask you that you just need to skip. But activate Elementor first, click activate, and then just click X. Then you're going to go back into plugins, install the plugins, activate essential add-ons for Elementor, skip this, next, 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 skip, finish, click X on this, and now you can go back into plugins and then activate Royal Elementor add-ons. We're almost there, don't worry. Skip this. Now plugins again, ultimate add-ons for Elementor, activate, and we're all set in terms of plugins. Everything is activated. Now the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to set up the pages. So you're going to click on pages here and then hover to add new page, or you can click on all pages and then click on the top left here, add new page. It's going to come down to the same thing. Then you want to name the page home, which is the only page we're going to have. And then the template, make sure you listen carefully. Click on template, default template, and select Elementor full width. If you skip the last part where you didn't activate Elementor, it will not allow you to have Elementor full width as an option here. So make sure you go back and you follow everything step by step. I'm not going to leave any parts in this video untouched. So you just make sure you follow everything step by step because this is from scratch. So Elementor full width, and then you can publish the page just like that. And then we're just going to go back into the WordPress dashboard here. Then you want to go into settings. First thing we're going to do is you're going to click on general. And then the site title, you want to put your business name. So in this case, or agency name for today is going to be X agency. So X agency, in your case, it could be Abou agency, or I don't know, Simon, Lucas agency, whatever your name is, or whatever the name of your agency is. And then here you just want to save. If you already have a logo done, just click choose a site icon. You can go into your files and then drag it here. That will be the navicon on the top here. Next thing, you want to go into reading here. So reading, now that you made your homepage, you want to select your homepage to be a static page. So click a static page, homepage, select home, and then save changes. Next thing, you want to go into permalinks. So in permalinks, you want to make sure that it's set as post name. So it's going to be your URL / whatever name of the page is. So pretty straightforward. Instead of being your URL / a bunch of weird numbers, you've seen this on a couple websites. That's because their permalink structure is not already set. So yeah. Alrighty, so now we're at your favorite part, which is actually starting to build the website. So from the WordPress dashboard, you're going to head over to the pages here. You're going to click all pages. There's a page that we already made here. So what you're going to do is you're going to click edit first, and then you're going to wait a few seconds and then make sure the settings are perfect like you saw earlier in the video. If they're not good, go back earlier and make sure you put the correct settings. So click edit with Elementor now. And ideally, every time you work on the website, you always want to work off of a wireframe. We can just click X here. You want to work off of a wireframe, which means a visual representation of the website once it's fully done. So we're going to go based off of that. So I have one on my other display right here. I'm going to slide it over to show you guys. This is what it looks like. I'm not going to go back and forth on this screen, but just to show you guys what I'm going off of. So now we have the hero section first that we're going to build. So just follow my steps. I'm going to go very slowly and I'm going to explain everything detail by detail, and I'm not going to leave any part out. I'm assuming that you guys are beginners, so just follow every single step. As we go throughout the website, I'm going to do things a little bit faster, assuming that you caught up to certain things like sliding widgets into the containers and stuff simple like that. So first, we're going to click the plus here and we're going to create a new container. It's going to ask us either Flexbox or Grid. We're going to select Flexbox, and it might not ask you, but originally it's just Flexbox. So you're going to select the first container right here, the one that goes down, because the elements that we're going to put into this container are just stacked up over each other. So direction, down, and then we're going to click on the add element in the top left again. You're going to click add a heading here. We're going to add a new element. We're going to put the text editor. If you can't find anything, just make sure you can just type it here, text editor. We're going to put it right under. And then we have a button under. We're going to search a button. Slide it right under here. And then that's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select this container and I'm going to add some height to it. So just like this, set the minimum height just so it's a little bigger and it takes some more space on the screen. And let's say we're going to put 600 for now, just because I don't know exactly how big I want it, but let's keep it at 600 for now. Now, I want to put this in the middle. So what I'm going to do from this container is justify content. I'm going to center it right here. So if the direction of the container that you picked at first was the wrong direction and you picked it vertically, then justify content will not be centered here. It will put something like, it'll put it sideways or something like that. Anyway, just make sure you follow every step carefully. So right here, we put it in the middle here, and then I want these to be centered as well. So I'm going to click on this heading. I'm going to go into styling and I'm going to set it as center. Same thing for this text editor, styling, and then center. Same thing for this button. We're going to go into style and then center. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to add the colors. So for this wireframe that I'm making, my colors are going to be orange. I already have my color code ready, but just change up the colors depending on whatever you want to do. So on here, I'm going to make this, let me check the size of this. It's going to be outfit. It's going to be the font. So outfit. Same thing for this. We're going to click on this container, make sure you're in style, and then typography, outfit. And pretty much every text on this website is going to be outfit. And then the button, we're going to click on typography once we click on the button, and then outfit as the family. Now we can add the size. So on the wireframe, it's a bit big. It says 96 pixels in size for the heading. I'm going to put 96 pixels, but depending on how I like it, I might reduce the size a little bit. So typography, once you're on the heading, and then you're going to click 90. You're going to put 96 pixels, and then it's going to be bold. So in the weight, we're going to select bold, just like that. And then the text says, the go-to agency for your business's success. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste it right here. So I always go into content. I never try to paste like this, the text. I always go into content, just because sometimes they put some weird code into the text thing. I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just going to paste it on here. The go-to agency for your business's success. And obviously this looks a little bit weird because there are small letters and then this is a big letter. So what I'm going to do into style is I'm going to click style here, typography, and then I'm going to set the transform to capitalize. So just like this, as you can see. Move my camera. Just like that. And then the text right under says, we help businesses succeed by delivering real results. We're going to go into content, on the text editor and just paste this here. Of course, if you're a specific agency, you don't do marketing or you don't do web design, and you have a social media agency, like you just manage Instagram accounts or stuff like that, then of course the text is whatever you want to make the text to be. So whatever you want. I'm just putting sample text. Just see the text I put as a placeholder, and then you can put your own text. We're going to publish. So every time we do little updates, so like every 4 or 5 updates, you're going to see that I click the top right button, publish right here, just because I don't want to lose my progress if my laptop was to shut down or I were to lose connection or something like that. Just make sure you always publish and never lose your progress. So the button right under, it says book a free strategy call. So click on the button, content, and then text. We're going to put it right here. Book a free strategy call. And then now I'm going to start putting the colors. So I want this to be orange. I already have my color code. So into styling on the button, I'm going to click on color. At the bottom, I'm going to put the new color code. So you guys, if you don't already have your color, you can kind of play around with it just like this with the little color picker thing. But I already have my color code. I'm just going to put it. And then once you're done picking your color, click on the plus, create new global color, so then you don't always have to paste the color code. So I'm going to put it main orange, just like this, and then create. So now I don't want the background of the website to be white. So I already have my color code for the background of the website. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get it here and show you guys how to do it. So it is almost black. It's a little orange-ish black. Anyway, I have the color code here. Now, listen carefully. I'm currently on the button on the left here. I want to click site settings like this, and then global colors. Sorry, I'm going to select background. And then background type, I'm going to select classic. And then I'm going to set the color as this. So you can zoom in and see here. As you can see, I'm going to zoom in right now on the video, but this is the color of my website. This is the background color. And then I'm just going to save changes. Now I'm going to go back to the editor. I'm going to put this text as white. So the text editor, we're going to go into style and select it, make it white. This text as well, I want it to be white. So select the heading. We're going to go into text color and then make it white like this. And then we want success right here to be italic and orange. So I'm going to do this in the next clip, but right now let's style the button. So I want a little bit more padding all around. So I'm going to go into padding once I select the button. Make sure you're on the style tab, not on the content tab. So here, padding, I'm going to select 20 overall, just like this. Maybe 25, 22. 22 is good. And then I want a little bit more on the left and the right. So I'm going to unlink the values. And then on right, I'm maybe going to select 35. And then on left, 35. So as you guys can see, like I don't have all the details right away. I'm just looking at the wireframe and I'm doing it as I go. So I'm pretty much doing it at the same time as you guys. So don't worry, the values don't need to be the exact same for you. You do it to your own liking. So I'm going to publish this website and then I'm going to finish up the hero section on the next part. We're going to change this success. We're going to put it as orange and we're also going to make it italic. So I'll show you guys in the next section. Okay, boys, so now listen carefully. We're going to turn this text into orange, but we only want the success text to be orange. So now we're going to put some CSS style, some coding into the website. So listen to everything I say right now. So you're going to go on here on the title once you're on the heading, and then right before success, because this is where we want it to start, we're going to put this open arrow to the left. I forgot what it's called. And then you're going to write span. Sorry, span, S-P-A-N, style, equal sign, and then you're going to put the quotes, font dash style, 2 dots, italic, and then you're going to put the dot, comma, I forgot what it's called, I know it in French though, and then color, and then you're going to put 2 dots, hashtag, and you're going to put your color code now. So I'm going to go on this and find my color code. So not typography. It is hashtag FF whatever. I'm going to copy this I'm going to go back into here, and then right before color, right after the hashtag, I'm going to paste it here. And then I'm going to close the quotes and then close the arrow just like this. And now success is in orange specifically, and it's in italic. If you don't want it in italic, you can remove the italic from the, you can remove the italic from the little code thing here. And then, yeah, perfect. You can remove font style, actually. You can just put the color. I can just remove this here. I want italic, or maybe you can actually just, yeah, you can actually just freaking double click this and then right and click the little italic sign. Anyway, I don't want it italic, but it looked better on italic on the wireframe, but we're not going to do that right now. And then you can just close the span tag by doing this. Anyway, now we're going to go to the next section here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a container. So I'm going to select new element right here, and I'm going to make a new container under this here. So I'm just going to put it right under the button. And the reason for that is because on the wireframe, there's text, and then there's a little colored line. There's the text between it, and there's another colored line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this right here. So I'm going to put a divider just like this, and make sure when you put the divider, you select the container. So if you want to open up the structure, you click this little button, little icon in the top left here, click this, and then select the container that has the divider right now, and make sure that the direction is set to horizontal like this. Okay, now that I put the divider, I'm going to go back into here, and I'm going to put a heading. So heading, and you put it right here. So we have the heading now. Now we're going to click on the divider using the structure, and we're going to duplicate it. Duplicate the divider, and then slide the divider right here. So then the divider is like there's one divider here and one divider right here. So now what you're going to do is the divider, you're going to go into styling, and then you're going to set the color to white. Just like that. And you're going to go into the other divider, and you're going to set the color to white. So style, and then make it white, just like that. And now the text, we're going to put it as trusted by amazing brands, which is what is on the wireframe. And then I'm going to paste it here. And then styling, I want it to be white. And how big do I want it as well? I want it to be 15 pixels, and make sure it's always outfit font. So styling into the heading, I'm going to make it outfit, and then 15 pixels, just like that. And then the reason why it's so like condensed between each other right now is because the dividers are too big right now. So we're going to go into the dividers right here, and content, and we're just going to select it and make it smaller height. Actually, we're going to keep it at 100 just to make sure that the actual container of the divider takes less space. We're going to go into advanced, and then the width, we're going to set it to custom for the divider. And now you can drag this, and it can be as big or as small as you want, just like this. Let's say I want it to be 12%. Yeah, let's keep it 12%. And then just to not have to do the same thing, I'm going to copy this and then paste style. So right here, paste style on the second divider, just like that. Now on this container, I'm going to select this container right here. And then I'm going to center everything just so it's in the middle. And then I want to also align items to the middle like this. So then the text is in the middle compared to all the dividers. And then right here, now I want to set the color of my divider. So I'm going to go into here, click the divider, go into style, and then color. I'm going to set it as, I'm going to go into custom, and then I can set it as the orange that I already put before. So you can do this. You can either copy and then paste style on the second divider, or you can click on the second divider and then go into style and then set it as the same color. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next section, which is the section where we do the brands in the bottom. If you don't have brands you've worked with your agency already, you can skip this part. But if you have, it's always good to represent the brands on your website. Alrighty guys, we're back. So one thing I forgot to do on the hero section is to add a little gradient in the background. So what I'm going to do next, follow my steps, select the container. Again, if you don't see the structure right here, make sure you click structure on the top left. Select the container that has all of these containers. So it has all of these little widgets inside. So select the big container, go into styling. When you open it, you might be in layout. Make sure you're in styling and then click background overlay. Now you want to select gradient and then we're going to make the first color just like this. We're going to set it to the orange that we set. And then the second color, we're going to set it as transparent. So we're going to slide the second little dragging line here all the way down. And then it's going to be transparent. And then as you can see in the type, right now it's linear. So it goes from orange to transparent. We want it to be a circle and it's going to go from orange to transparent gradually. So I'm going to click on linear and say select radial. Just like this. And then I want the location to be, I'm going to play around with it to see what I want. Maybe just like this, 42, perfect. And then I don't want it to be that strong though. So maybe the opacity, I'm going to reduce the opacity to 42, maybe a little less. Let's say that as 42 and then we can play with it as we go. But this is pretty much it. Now let's go to the next section, which is basically the companies we worked with. So we're going to add a new container right here. Actually, I want this container to be a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this big container here and maybe make it 640. 640 is good, yes. Now I'm going to add a new container at the bottom here. So I'm going to click this and then Flexbox. We're going to click Flexbox and then we're going to make it go down like this. Now listen carefully. We're going to add a few containers right here. So now we just put a container right here. Now we're going to click into widgets, into the elements, and we're going to add a new container within that container right now. So one sec. Yeah, so now we're going to add a new container within that container. So select container in the layouts and then just drag it in the middle here. Perfect. Now we have a container within that container. Now we're going to change the colors of all the containers just so we're able to actually differentiate them and tell which one is which. So in this container, I'm going to select it, the container that is within the big container. A lot of containers, I know, just follow my steps. I'm going to go into style right here and then classic, and I'm going to change the color. So I already have the color code here, hashtag 222. I'm going to go right here and then just put it this color. Now within that container, we're going to add another container. So we're going to click plus right here. And then I'm going to make it, just slide it within this container. And make sure the container that we put right before that, so the one right above it, the direction, if you're going to layout, is the direction horizontal. So aiming it to the right like this. So container, go into direction and put the first option. Now this one, we're going to change the color as well. I already have this color is going to be 3131. So select the container that the last container that we just put. Now we're going to go into style and then background type. We're going to change the color again. So it's going to be a little lighter. So as you can see right here like this. Now we can publish because we don't want to lose our progress. So if you guys missed something, make sure you go back and you do the exact same thing over and over again. Just make sure you don't miss any steps because this part is a little iffy and hard to do. And then this container, I want to add a little drop shadow. So what I'm going to do here is add some drop shadow. So I'm selecting the last container that we put. I'm going to go into border and then box shadow. And then horizontal, we're going to keep it at 0. The vertical, we're going to set it to 4. And then the blur, we're going to set it to 4 as well. And the spread, still 0, just like this. As you can see, if I close this, it added a little shadow at the bottom, just like that. So now we can open this back up. And now we're going to duplicate this right here. So depending on how many companies you worked with, let's say I worked with only 3 companies and like 3 of the biggest companies I've worked with, I'm just going to duplicate it twice. So just like this, bam, bam. And now we have 3 little options here. So I'm going to click publish, always publish, make sure you save your progress. And then I'm going to select one of the containers. I forgot to do that. I'm going to go into style and then border again. And I want to make the border radius, I just don't want it to be square. I want it to be a little rounded. So I'm going to play with the border radius a little bit. So maybe I have it here as 40. So will 40 look good? So border radius 40. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. And we're going to do the same thing for everything else. So in my case, I'm just going to copy this container and paste it into every single one of those containers. As you can see, it just changes the style and keeps the same. Now, what I want to do is I want to add some companies into these containers now. So that's what we're going to do into the next section. So see you guys in the next section. Alrighty, so now we just have to add the companies. So it should be very simple here. You're going to click on the widgets right here and you're going to search up image box. So you're going to take the image box right here and slide it over to this container. And then now we're going to style it. So we're going to completely delete the description because we don't need it. We only want the name of the company. And then into style, you're going to put the image position. You're going to make it left. And then the vertical alignment, you want to center it. So you're going to click middle, just like this. And then now we're going to go into content. And then the color of the title, we want it to be white. And then, of course, typography, we're always going to set it to outfit. Maybe I want it to be around 24 pixels. This should be good like this. And then on the image, we're going to go back into content. And you're going to select an image, whatever logo of the company you already worked with. In my case, I'm going to take one of my current clients. So I'm going to go into here and put this little logo here. And then I'm going to go into style and then image. And I want to make sure that the border radius is set to the max as a circle. I don't want it to be a square. I want it to be a circle, just like that. And then publish. And now we're going to select this container like this. And I want the justify content to be set as center. And I'm going to do the same thing for all of the containers just to make sure that this is really centered like this. I'm going to select this container, do the same thing, center, select the last container. You can either click it on here or select it through here and then center it. Now this, the name of the company is Yellow Gloves. So I'm just going to put it Yellow Gloves, but whatever name of the company you worked with for you. I'm going to copy this, paste it over here, paste it over here as well, and then we can publish. So now if we look at it just from here, you can see that it looks a little bit weird, but this is just a WordPress glitch. Just to show you guys, if we click on the top right eye icon to preview, you're going to see that it actually is centered like this. I actually don't like how this is square, so I'm going to change it. So I'm going to go back to here. Select the big container that has all of these containers. I'm going to go into style and then border radius. Border radius, we're maybe going to put it to 20. And then look, this looks a little bit better. And then I'm going to add some padding because I don't like how this is completely on the edge here. So I'm going to go into advanced on this container and then maybe add 20 padding. Just like this. Should look a little better. And then I'm going to publish. And then it's going to update on here and we can see that looks much better. Now we can go into the next section, which is the how we work section. It's a very simple section, should take us less than 5 minutes. So go ahead and I'm going to see you guys on the next part. Alrighty, so now we are on the how we work section. This section is pretty easy. It should take us less than 5 minutes and then we can go right away into the service section. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a new container and I want to select the third option, which is the container that has 2 containers within it. So select this. And then from now on, for every section we're going to make, we always want to leave some breathing space in between each one of them. It's going to fluctuate depending on how much breathing space you want and what looks better for you. In my case, I'm just going to test it out and I'm going to put 80 on top, 80 overall. And then just to let you guys know, the normal padding, the default padding is 10. And I don't want to add any padding to the left or right, so I'm going to put it as 10, and then everything else is going to be left at 80. So now I have 2 containers. what I'm going to do is I'm going to put headings now. So I'm going to put heading number 1 right here. I'm going to duplicate it. And then I'm going to go back to the elements and I'm going to add another heading. And I'm going to put it right here, just like this. And then right under this heading, we have a button. So I'm going to copy the button that we had on top when we made the hero section, like just like this. And I'm going to paste it right here and go into styling and then make the position to the left, just like this, just because I just want it to be aligned to the left. So the first padding here is going to be how we work. So how we work, and I want it to be small. Of course, don't forget, all of our typography, all of our text is going to be outfit font. So we're going to switch everything to outfit, just like this. And then I can just copy this, paste style, and then everything is back on outfit. And then this one, I want it to be orange or normal orange. So you can go into style, text color, and then select whatever global color you made. And then I want it to be small. So I'll maybe set it to 16 pixels, just like this. Perfect. And then this text under is going to say, get a dedicated team. You can put your own text. You can also copy my text. This is decent copywriting for your own agency. And I want this text to be white. So I'm going to go into style after selecting this heading. And then in text color, I'm going to put it as white. And then this next text is going to be grow your brand, a little paragraph. And it's also going to be a little smaller and it's going to be light. So I'm going to set it to 24 pixels. And then it's going to be light in terms of weight, just like this. And then I want to set this to the little paragraph that we have here. You guys can see it for yourself. You can copy this text. And I also want to set the color to white for this one. Bam, just like that. So now we're going to select the container that has both of these elements here. You're going to select it. And then you want to go into layout and then slide at the bottom, justify content. We just want to line it up perfectly. So make sure like this. So this is lined up in the middle. And then this one, I don't like how big it is, just like this. So I'm going to actually it doesn't look bad. I'm going to change the size maybe to 54. That's exactly the same size. Maybe just like that. Perfect. Maybe 48. And then I'm going to select the big container and I'm going to add some more padding in between these. I feel like they're too close to each other. I'm just going to test it out. I might like it. I might not like it. I'm going to see. But I'm going to go into layout after selecting the big container. So the container that has all of these containers. So the container that has all of these. And then layout. And then gaps. I'm going to maybe put 40. Just like that. And make it have a little bigger gap. I think that looks pretty good, but yeah, this section is pretty much done. Now we're going to go to the service section. Like I said, this took us less than 5 minutes. I'll see you guys in the next section. Alrighty, so now we're on the service section. So you'll notice that as we build the website, it's going to get faster and faster just because all of our elements and all of our stylings and font sizes and everything are pretty much done. So we just need to copy and paste a lot of things. So what I'm going to do now is just publish, make sure I save this last part I did. And then I'm going to click on the plus icon right here, Flexbox as always, and then select the first option. Now it says or services, but it is the exact same font as this one. So I'm just going to copy this heading and paste it into the container that we just created, just like that. And as you can see from the style, it is aligned to the left, but now I want to align it to the middle. So select style, center, just like this. And now, obviously, it doesn't say how we work. It says or services. So we're just going to put or, oh my God, I caps lock, or services. Perfect. And now there's a little text under right here, and it's just a normal paragraph. So I'm going to copy the little text editor that we had on here, slide down, and paste it right below or services, just like this. And it's going to say something different. It's going to say these services are your secret weapon, whatever. And I'm just going to paste it right on there just like that. And as you can see, this section is pretty much done in terms of just the titles. Now we can go ahead and build all the 3 different services that we offer. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a new container under this container. So one way to do this is either select the elements right here and then slide a container under, or if you have selected the latest thing you you put onto the website, you can just click add element and just click it, and it's going to automatically put it below it. So that's one way to do it. Now within that container, I'm going to make 3 different containers because we have 3 different services. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to select this container, make sure that the direction is set to horizontal because all 3 containers are going to be side by side. And then from here, I'm going to add a new element, put a new container within that container, and then I'm going to duplicate this 3 times. So duplicate, duplicate, and then I'm going to select the first container because I should have made it direction horizontal. I'm just going to select this. So now you can see the 3 containers that we put are all aligned horizontally. So now we have all 3 of them. Just to make sure I'm able to differentiate all 3 of them, I'm going to start adding borders. So I'm just going to click the first container. So always use the structure if you're a bit confused and you see me click something and there's like so many containers within containers, you don't know which one I'm clicked on, I'm selected on. Just make sure you see the structure and it'll be pretty easy to understand. So anyway, I'm going to select the first container. I'm going to go into styling. I'm going to add a border. So border type solid, just like this. I'm going to make the border width maybe 1 pixel, and I'm going to make the color white, just like this. So let me just see it. So that's perfect, just like that. Or maybe 2 pixels. I'm going to keep it as 1 pixel. I'm going to keep it at 1. Perfect. And I'm going to copy this and then paste it on the second one. Paste style. And then the middle container is going to be or color. So we're going to go into style after selecting the second container. So the one in the middle. And then we're just going to add a background color, and that background color is going to be or color. So as you can see, we're going to have this service just like this. So it's going to be web design. And the second one is going to be advertising. And this third one is going to be print services. If you have only 2 service, obviously don't have 3 different squares and don't have one highlighted in the middle. If you have 1 service, obviously don't have 3, only have 1 service. This is just to kind of give you an option to put 3 services if you have multiple. Anyway, this is what it's going to look like. And then we can publish as always. And then first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add an icon first. So I'm going to go back into the elements here. I'm going to search up icon. I'm going to put this right here, just like that. After that, I'm going to add actually, we're not going to add an icon. We're going to add an icon box. So icon box, we're going to slide it over here. And then we're going to delete the description because I don't like the description from the icon box for some reason. And then the first container, I want the icon to be white, just like that. So I'm going to go into styling on the icon box, select the icon, and then make primary color white. And the size, we're going to make it 60, oh, not 6,000. 60 pixels, just like that. Maybe actually 80 pixel is good. That's pretty big. And then the content, we're going to always make it outfit. So typography, title, outfit. And I want the size to be, let's say 24 pixels, just like that. And I want this text as well to be white. So I'm just going to select it as white. And this first service is going to be web design. Web design. Just like that. And then I can copy this little icon box here. And then I can just paste it over here. And then I'm going to go back into this one. And actually, I want to maybe the spacing on this. Let's just set it to 0, the spacing. And then actually copy this and then paste style on here just to make sure that the spacing is the same. And then on the on this one, I'm going to go back into the elements and I'm going to add a little text editor. Actually, instead of adding an editor, I already have this one built here and I want the exact same styling. So I'm just going to copy the text editor that we have on top here. And then I'm going to paste it right below this little icon box. And of course, if you want to paste it below, you don't need to go and look a little bit right under. You can just click on this icon box and click paste, and it's going to paste it right below it. So right here. And then of course, the the content on here is going to be different, the copywriting. So I'm just going to put let your brand shine through or web design services. We will make you a beautiful website that represents your brand perfectly. Very basic copywriting, perfectly. This one is actually pretty trash. I'm just doing it off rip like that. But yeah, and then I'm gonna copy this text editor, paste it right here, and then this is gonna be our third service, which is gonna be print services. Print services. And then the copywriting on this one will be make a lasting impression, whatever, something random. Perfect. We're gonna publish. And then our third service, or second service actually, right here, that's gonna be highlighted in the middle, is gonna be advertising. So I'm gonna copy this here. So copy this icon box. We're gonna paste it here. And then now we want it to be a little different. So I want the title to be black on this one so it can stand out. So styling, and then content, and then title, select title here and make it black, just like that. Now we're gonna copy this text editor and then paste it. And then they're going to go into styling and change the color to black. So you should already have the hang of it. It's pretty simple in terms of styling. Styling is to change colors, change typography, change size of the text, all that sort of stuff, align text to the left or right. You should have the hang of it. So now we're going to pick up the pace a little bit so we can finish quicker. You can always slow down the video and go back if you missed something. But now we can go back into content. And then now I want to put this copywriting on here, just like that. Perfect. Now, as you can see, these are squares and it doesn't look very smooth in terms compared to all the website. You see here, we have rounded borders. This is square and everything. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is, as you guessed, we're going to add border radius to the containers that we just made. And we're actually also going to add some padding. So I don't like how close these are to the edges. So first I'm going to select this container, go into border, and then border radius, maybe 20 border radius is good. Let me check what I have here. I have 15 on here, but let me check 20. I already put it. 20 doesn't look bad. We're going to keep 20. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste style into the second container because it's the exact same. Do not paste style into the orange container because it's going to change the color and all the style is going to stay the same. So I'm just going to select this middle container, go into border and put the border radius as the same, 20. Now I want to add a little padding. So I'm going to click on the first container, advanced, and I'm going to make the padding 40 like this. That looks pretty good. Perfect. And I'm going to do the same thing for every container. So advanced, 40 padding here. Advanced on the third one, 40 padding. And now we have a little more breathing space in between each service, just like that. And I forgot to change the title of this service. So this is going to be advertising. So advertising. Perfect. So now we have the service section done. Of course, like I said before, we always want to leave some breathing space in between each. I feel like these are a little too close. So I'm going to add some padding on this container. So actually we can just add it on this container. So select this container, the second container we made, or you can also select the service container, whatever you prefer. I'm going to use the second one, go into advanced, and where we put padding at the bottom, we're actually going to add maybe 120 on here. And now we have more breathing space, just like that. Perfect. Now, next thing is I want to add a button, at the bottom here, just like this, as a call to action. So it's going to say book a free strategy call. So I'm going to copy the first button that we have here, copy, and then I'm going to paste it. I'm going to select this container, just like this, and on the structure, I'm just going to paste, and it comes at the bottom. The reason why I did this is because if I try to paste it like right under, it would just be so much of a hassle to like drag or to just find the perfect spot right under. It would be too much of a hassle. So I just pasted it, selecting the big container. Now I'm going to select this button that we just put, style, and then center it in the middle. And then we have our call to action, just like that. I actually want it to be a little bit bigger. So click this. And then I want the padding to the left and right to be maybe 70 this time. And then right 70, just like that. And then actually I want to select this container that has all of these containers. While doing this, I realized that it's not centered very well. I want to click on this container that has all three of those containers, and I want to justify content and make it in the middle, just like that. So now it's perfectly centered. Now we're done the service section. We're going to go into the next section, which is going to be the numbers. Alrighty, so now we're done the service section. Now the next section that we have to do is the results section. So follow my steps as always. We're going to create a new container, selecting the first option here, as always. And then we already have our title. So we're going to slide up and we're going to click this here, slide back down, paste it into the new container that we made. So we already have our title without having to style it. So now we're going to go into styling and then just center it because we want it to be centered, not like exactly like the other one. You're going to go back into content and then now you're going to name it or results, just like that. And then as always, make sure you always save to not lose any progress. I'm going to close the structure here. And then I want to put new containers right below that. So you're going to go into elements just like this. And then like I showed you before, you can either slide the container right under, or since you already have the heading selected and you want to put the container under, all you need to do is just click it and the new container appears right below it within the same big container. So now that we have this container below it, we want to have 3 containers within that container. If that makes sense, just follow my steps if it doesn't. So within that container, I have it selected right here. I'm going to click add element, and then I'm going to slide a container inside. The container that I just slid inside, I'm going to duplicate it twice. And then now I have 3 containers within a bigger container that is within a bigger container. So this container that I put in second, I'm going to select it like this, and I'm going to put the direction horizontal just like this. So then we have 3 little boxes. So 3 containers that are side by side aligned horizontally. Now you're going to go into elements, clicking the top left button here, and then you're going to search up counter, just like this. You're going to slide this over in the first container. We're not going to slide this over in each container. We're just going to style one, and then we're going to go and copy and paste into the other ones, and then change your text individually. So first one is going to say 100% satisfaction. So the ending number 100 is good. And then the suffix, I don't know, French, it's suffix. I don't know in English, but suffix is going to be percent, so 100%. And then the text below is going to be customer satisfaction, just like that. And then now I want to style this, so I want the text on top. Actually, we're going to put the 100, we're going to make it orange, and then the percentage is going to be white. So this one is going to take a little bit of coding, but you have me, so no worries. So we're going to go into styling. We're going to make the number here, and then we're going to make it white, just like this. And then typography, you want to make it outfit as always. Whoops, it just closed. You want to select it outfit, and then we want it to be 44 pixels. So it's going to be a little bit smaller, just like that. And then the text under, we want it to be 24 pixels. So the title, we're going to make it white as well, outfit. And then we're going to make it 24 pixels as well. And then I want it to be bold, actually. So wait, I'm going to select bold, just like that. Now I'm going to save it. Perfect. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go into styling. I'm going to put the number as orange. So main orange, just like this. And then the suffix automatically goes into orange, just like this, as you can see, but I want it to be white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up at the part where I changed the color like this. I'm going to put span like this, style color, and then I'm going to copy just the first part before the end bracket thing, the end little arrow thing. So I'm going to copy the span until color, paste it right here, go back into here, and then paste it right before it. So as you can see, the color is the same. Now I want to change this color. So I'm going to go and search up white color code. It should be FFF. Copy this and then paste it on hashtag right here. So now we can see that this hashtag is white. Now I don't know why it does this little thing here. I'm going to save and preview and see if it's a glitch. Okay, so it's not a glitch. Actually, it's because we didn't close the span tag. So what we're going to do is you're going to open up another arrow. Now you're going to put slash span and you're going to close it and it goes back into normal just like that. So we can copy and then we can preview the changes and it should be good. Just like this, it's back in the middle just like that. So pretty easy. Make sure you close the span tag by putting another arrow slash span and then close it. Now we're going to copy this and we're going to paste it into each individual container just like that. So now we have 3 different. Now the second one is going to say 50K plus in ad spend. So the number, we're going to put 50. The suffix, we're going to make it K. So don't change this whole thing. We want it to still be white. We're going to put K. And then we're going to put a $sign right before. So 50K, just like that. 50K. Actually, it's going to be K plus. So 50K plus. And then instead of customer satisfaction, it's going to say ad spend. Sorry, in ad spend. And then I want to capitalize everything just like this. And then the last one is going to be active clients. So 25 plus active clients. So I'm going to put 25. And then the suffix is going to be plus. And then the title right under is going to be active clients. Just like that. And then this section is pretty much done. You can publish it. And then I'm going to see you in the next section. Alrighty, the results section is done. Now the next section is or process. So again, as we're building the website, everything is going to be faster. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select this container because the next section is a little bit similar in terms of setup. So I'm going to select this container and then just duplicate it. Now, instead of writing or results, I'm going to put or process just like this. And then I'm going to delete each counter in each little container that's inside here. And then now in these containers, I'm going to put an icon, a title, and then a text right under it. So I already have an icon here. I'm going to copy this icon, paste it into the first container, and then go into styling, align it to the left, just like this. Now I'm going to put a title. So copy this. So this little thing, there's going to be a title and a little description right under it, and paste it right in this container as well. Now I'm going to go into styling and then align everything to the left, just like this. And then the icon, I want it to be a little smaller. I want it to be only around 30 pixels. So 30 pixels, that's a little small. So maybe 50. 50 is good, just like that. And then now, or process. Now the first step number 1 is going to be contact us. So the title, I'm going to put 1, contact us. And then it's going to be kick off your journey with X agency, whatever. You can just copy this and change the name of your agency just like this. And then the second one is going to be, actually, we're just going to copy this icon here. So copy the icon from the first container and then paste it in each little container. Now copy the title and the little description and paste it in each container. So paste, paste, and then now we're just going to change the text on it. So these icons, I also want it to be orange. So click on primary color. Once you select the icon, go into styling, color, as always. Sure, you guys can do it now. Style, we're going to change the color of every icon. From here, now I want to change the copywriting on the second one. So I'm going to write my own copywriting. You guys can copy me as well. Perfect. So now we have all 3 containers. I don't like the breathing space in between both of these, so I'm going to add some more padding. So I'm going to add some top padding on this here. Select this container, and then I'm going to go into advanced, and then padding, I'm going to go and put it maybe 120 on top. That is enough. 120 is good. And then I'm going to unlink the values, and then the right and left, I'm going to set it as 10 because that's it. That is the default value. and I don't want to change anything in terms of left and right padding. So this looks pretty good. Now, I want this to be a little more, I guess, prettier, just because I don't like how it looks right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add border to each little container here. So what I'll do is I'm going to select the first container. I'm going to go into style, border, just like this. And then border radius, sorry, not border radius. Border type, I'm going to make it solid, just like this. But I don't want it to be solid everywhere. As you can see, like this, like a square. I want to unlink the values and then make it only have a border to the left and at the bottom, just like that. Perfect. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this one. So select this container, style, border type, solid, unlink values, left and bottom. And then same thing for this one, style, border, solid, unlink values, bottom and left, just like that. Now this doesn't look too good right now. We're going to add some padding in each container. And we're actually going to select this container that has everything. I want these borders to be connected between each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into, when I select this container, and then gaps, I'm going to set it to 0, just like that. As you can see, now everything is just connected to each other. And then now selecting these small containers, I'm going to add some padding. So I'm going to go into advanced and then maybe 40 padding. I don't know if this is going to look good. I'm still, actually 40 padding looks pretty good. And I'm going to remove the top padding because I don't want it to be too far from the top. Just like that. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to do the same thing for everything. So 40 padding everywhere but on top. So select the second container, put 40 padding, and then unlink the values and remove the top padding. Just like that. Select this container, advanced, 40 padding everywhere, unlink the values, and remove the top. This looks pretty good. Just like that. And I actually don't like how this is too close here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little padding in between the title and this container. So select the heading and then advanced, unlink the values, bottom. I'm maybe going to add 30 padding just like this. And this looks pretty good. Now we're going to go into the next section, which is the testimonial section. Alrighty, next section, which is testimonial section. So we already have our titles once again. So it's going to be a little title. So I'm just going to copy this little title right here first. Add a new container, flexbox, direction bottom, and then paste it just like this. Go back up and then take one of these titles and then paste it right under the little title. And then now instead of or process, it's going to say what or clients say about us. So what or clients, say about us. Just like that. And then now, very easy section. You're just going to click on elements, and then you're going to search up testimonial, just like that. And then you can either put a testimonial carousel if you have multiple, or you can just put a testimonial. In my case, I'm going to put a carousel, just assuming that you guys have multiple. And then let's just add 2 for now. And then number 1, we're just going to style it. You can put whatever you want. Most testimonials that you're going to get, you're not going to have pictures of your client or like his name and his company right under. Sorry, you're going to have his name, but not, and maybe his company, just not pictures. So select this, just remove one of them and then just remove the picture. I'm just going to make the same testimonial for both. So I'm going to put owner of X construction, for example, which is, let's say, one of the businesses I worked with. And then his name is going to be Abou. Has the same name as me. Now we're going to duplicate this. We're going to duplicate this. And then we're going to change his testimonial to X agency did an amazing job. I highly recommend to anyone who may want some marketing services. Exclamation mark. He's very happy. So I'm going to go into the other one and just put the exact same description. Just like that. And then I'm going to go into styling, and then now you can style it depending on whatever color you want. So I want the name to be orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide down into content, and then there's a lot of options. So make sure you read the title here. So icon, I don't want the icon. I want the title to be, is the title the, okay, title right here is going to be orange as well. So I'm going to make it orange like this. Awesome theme. It could just be like awesome job or something like that, whatever you want to put. And then the rating, we're going to keep it like that. Where is the name of the person? So I'm just going to play with this real quick. Okay, so this is the content. We want it to be black, just like that. And then we always want the text to be outfit. So I forgot about this. Make it outfit. Outfit for everything. So outfit for the title as well. And then the date, there is a date, but we don't want the date right now. Name, just like that. Okay, so go into meta, and then you'll see the name. So go into meta, change the name. I want the name to be orange. So just like that. And then typography to be outfit, just like that. And then I actually want the little arrows to be orange. So navigation, color, and then just make it orange, just like that. And then when it hovers, it changes colors. So just go into hover and keep it orange, just like that. Or whatever color you put for yourself. If your main color is, I don't know, red, then make sure you put it red. And then we're going to publish, and this is what it looks like. We're actually going to add some padding just so these little arrows are not inside. What I'm going to do in order to make these little arrows go out, I'm going to go into padding when I'm in style, and then just add padding. So I'll make it 50, just like that. And then now it is on the outside, and then actually, we don't even need the arrows just because we only have 2 testimonials. But if you have multiple, just make sure you add the arrows. I'm going to select navigation, turn it off, just like that. And it looks good. Now we're going to go into the next section, which is going to be why should you choose X agency? Alrighty, so next section, why should you choose X agency? So again, we already have our titles. So we're going to go ahead and select this container, flexbox, and select the option with 2 right here. So I'm going to select this title. I'm going to select the first title. So you're going to go over to the top, select this first one, and then you're going to paste it into the first container just like that. And then it should be, the orange text is going to be X agency, and the small text is going to be why should you choose? Now, obviously, we don't want it to be that big, so we're going to go ahead and style it. We're going to go into style, and then align to the left. We're going to change this to maybe 36, a little bigger. It's like 44, just like that. And then I want it to be a little lighter, normal, just like that. Perfect. And then after that, I'm going to slide up until I find a text editor. So just like that, copy this right under the or service. And I'm going to paste the text editor. Reason why we're doing all this is because we don't want to slide a text editor and then style it over and over again. We're just going to paste this one here. Now, I already have my copywriting done. So I'm going to copy this and then just paste it on here. So paste it and then style. I'm going to align it to the left just like that. And then I just want to put a new line and then start a bullet list. So boost your brand's visibility, just like that. This is just my own copywriting. You guys can put your own stuff. And then drive success. So this is what my copywriting looks like. You can either copy me or you can put whatever you want. Now on here, I want to put an image. So in this container, add a new element, search up image, and then slide it over here. I have a vector image actually. So I'm going to download it just like this from this little website. But actually, if you want to find your own vector image, you can go on the website, vector images download, and then you can click on, I guess, I could scout right here. There's a bunch of vector images that you can find to put on your website. Sorry. And then, yeah, you can find vector images right there. in my case, anyway, I'm going to leave the wireframe link in the description so you can open it for yourself. But I already have my vector image. So let me go ahead and download it right now. So just came here, download it, select, and then it's right here. Now I want to change the size just because actually image resolution, make it full. So then we don't lose any pixels. And then the size, I'm going to make it a little smaller, just like that. And then I want to make sure that it is aligned to the middle. So selecting this container, justify content center, same thing for this container. And that is pretty much it for this section. And I'll maybe want to add a little padding on here. So I'm going to select this container, advanced padding, maybe 60, and then remove the left and right padding and put it 10, which is the default value. Next section is going to be a portfolio section. So just or work, very quick. It's going to be less than 5 minutes, kind of like this section. Let's get. Alrighty, so or work section is going to be very simple. Once again, new container, flexbox, and select the first option. We're going to click on this title right here and paste it into the new container, and we're going to make it or work. So or work, and here we're just going to display some of the work we've done before. If you have never made any websites, then obviously don't make this section, but click new elements, and then just we're going to put filterable gallery, just like that, or just a gallery actually. Anyway, filterable gallery, this is probably the best one. We're going to slide it over, and then now we have a lot of titles with different images. I'm actually going to click filterable controls, enable filter. We're going to remove it just so we only have the pictures, just like that. So filterable controls, remove the enable filter. Now, gallery items, this one is going to be basically all the name of all the websites or the marketing projects you've done. You can add images for each individual one, just like that. So maybe I would add an image of a website that I made, take a screenshot, add it on here. And then the second one, and then the third one, let's say I've only made 3 websites. I'm going to delete all the other ones and just keep this one. On the link, I would just put it on here. So if I made WordPress.com, for example, I would just put the link here, WordPress.com. So then whenever someone clicks on it, clicks on the link, it would just redirect them directly to it. Gallery name, I would just put WordPress website, just like that, and then it pops up here. Obviously we don't want the title to be that big, so what we're going to do is we're going to head over to style. You can go into mouse over effect, just like here, and then you can go into title typography and then change the size to whichever you want. If I want it to be much smaller, just like this, and then have a little description. If you don't have a description, you can go ahead and go into content, delete it. But anyway, I don't have any websites that I can display on here, but this is basically everything you can do in terms of styling. Very simple, very easy, and I will let you guys put your own websites, and then you can head over to the next section, which is the Calendly embed, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Alrighty, so the next part here is going to be a little bit different. What we want to do now is allow the visitor of the website to book a certain time on their calendar and just book a call with us. So now you're going to open a new tab and you're going to search up Calendly, just like that. I already have a Calendly account, so I'm going to click Calendly, just like that. Now we're going to sign up. I'm going to use my other email, which I never use for anything except very small things, and I don't even check these emails. So I'm just going to sign up on here just to show you guys, and then sign up with Google. Now I'm going to use this account right here. Continue. Very easy to sign up. And I'm going to use it on my own, like this. Next, answer all those questions. Should be pretty quick. Sales, marketing. And then next, you can set your availabilities here. I'm not going to do that right now. I just want to go through this quick. And then we're going to use Google Meet, just whatever. Now it's setting it up. And then it's going to create events. So 30-minute meeting. What we're going to do is we're going to head over and then click on settings, edit. And then now we're going to change the information for everything. So instead of 30-minute meeting, it's going to be a free marketing consultation, just like that. You can set it whether 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever you want, whatever you think is necessary for the length of the meeting, depending on your skill level. Ideally, you've already done a certain amount of calls and you know how long it's going to take. So description, in this call, we will discuss your goals and your current position and how I can help you scale your business. And then just save this and close. Now we're done. Obviously, you can add a little more description. I just want to get this done. Yeah. Anyway, now you want to click share. And now we want to embed this into your website. So you're going to click add to website, just like this. And then you're going to put inline embed. So you're going to click this, continue. And then depending on your website's color, you can change the colors here. So I already have my color code for my orange. I'm going to head over to my website. If yours is purple and you have the color code, then go ahead and put that purple. But here, I'm going to go into content and copy my exact color code. So copy this, go back into the Calendly, and I want the button colors to be this right here, this orange. Now I'm going to copy the code, and then I'm going to head over to my website. Now we're going to start editing this little part. So now we're going to create a new container, flexbox, direction down, and then you can click, you can go and add element, search up HTML, and slide it right over here. And then you can paste the code that you previously copied on here. And then you can just publish. Here, it's going to allow them to book just like that. Now this section is done. We're going to head over to the next section. We're almost done. All we have left is the FAQ section and a last call to action. And then we're going to do the header, the footer, and we're basically done. Alrighty, next part, we have the FAQ section. So now adding new container once again, flexbox and direction down. So now we're going to slide up, copy this title is going to say FAQ. We're going to paste it in here. We're going to make it FAQs just like that. And then we're going to copy this title, paste it right below the FAQ, and just write frequently asked questions. So frequently perfect. Now we're going to publish this. And then now you want to go into elements and click advanced accordion, just like that. You're going to slide it down here. And now we already have the FAQ done. You can just click on content settings, change all the text you want. But now what I want to do is I want to style it. So what I'm going to do is question 1, delete all of this. And we're just going to duplicate and make it question 2, 3, 2, and 3. And then obviously we're not going to waste time doing some copywriting for the questions right now, but you guys can probably figure out your own questions. Now we're going to style it to whatever we want it to look like. I'm going to go into style. I want it to have a little more padding in between each question. So I'm going to go into padding and maybe put 30. Sorry, not here, 30. I'm going to go into tab actually, and then add padding like this. Okay, so this is a little bit too much. Maybe I want 20, just like that. Perfect. And then obviously we always want the typography to be outfit. So click on typography, outfit, just like that. And then the content style actually is also going to be outfit. So click on content, typography, and then outfit. Now this text is also outfit. I want the text at the bottom, the color to be black as well. Even though you might not see it now, we're going to change the background color here. So click on background type, classic, and then just select the color as white, just like that. Now the color of the background is white. So as you can see, when we hover, now it's some grayish color like that. I want it to be orange when we hover. So tab style like this, and we're going to click on hover. And then the background type, we're going to click classic, and now we're going to select orange. So now when we hover on it, it goes back to our original color, which is orange. Now, I want a gap in between each one of these, in between each question. So on tab style, distance, we're just going to increase this a little bit. And there you go. Now we have a little separator in between each section, just like that. And then as we click off of it, you can see that the active one actually goes back to our gray. So I want to change that. You're going to slide down and go on active when you're in tab style. Click on active, and then background type, we're going to select orange again. So the active one is going to stay orange, just like that. So now you can pretty much add your own questions. I don't want to waste my time doing some copywriting right now, but you can probably figure out some questions. Now we're going to go into the next section, which is the last one, the last call to action. Now we can do the header, the footer, and we're basically done for this whole agency website. You're ready to launch and you can start getting your clients in a bit here. Last call to action section, and actually in this section we're going to be linking every button actually. So of course, new container just like this, flexbox, direction down, and then within this container we're going to add another one. So you're going to slide a new one right here, and then we're going to add a title. So you can just copy this one that we have in frequently asked questions, paste it, and then we're going to add a little text editor so we can copy this. This one's going to be very quick, and then we can go ahead and link the buttons and then paste it. And then we're going to delete all of this. We don't want this text. We're going to put fill out the contact form, whatever, or a little copywriting here. Make sure you go into style, center it. Same thing for this one. We're going to have take your business to the next level, period, just like that. And we want it a little bigger actually. So you're going to go into style and then maybe make it 64 pixels, just like that. And then for this one, we're actually going to add a lot of padding. So you're going to click on this. You're going to select advanced, and then you're going to put 50 padding here. This container, you're going to add a background. So I already have my color code here. So select the container that has both of these, and then style, and then background, and then I'll make it a little in orange-ish, little dark, just to differentiate between the background and the call to action, just like that. And I'm going to add a lot of padding to this. So I'm going to go into advanced and maybe add like 80 padding, probably even more, 120, just like that. And then I want a little call to action under here. So it's going to be a contact button. So I'm going to copy one of the buttons that we have here. I actually forgot to add a button here. I'm stupid, but we're going to do it right now. So copy this button, paste it over here. And then we will go into the padding. Let's align it to the left, just like this, and then add padding to the we're gonna add 80 padding. So now that we added this here, we're gonna go into advanced and then just select full width, just like that, and we have a button right here. So my bad, I forgot to add the button, but we just fixed it. Now we're gonna slide down. Just copy this button that we have that we just put, and then slide it. Sorry, don't slide it, just paste it over here, style, and then center it, just like that. Now this container, I want to add some border radius, so I'm going to go into style, border, and then just maybe 40 border radius, and just see what it looks like. This is pretty good. And then I actually want to reduce the padding. I don't like 120. I'll maybe put 100. I don't mind it like that. I'll maybe let me remove the padding at the bottom here. So advanced, and then make this 0, just so it's not too far from each other. This looks pretty good. We have the last call to action done here. And then now all I need to do now is just link the button. So book a free strategy call. Obviously we want this to link and slide all the way to our Calendly, because the whole goal of this website is for our potential clients, the traffic of the website, to click on the Calendly link, and then they can just book a call with me, and then we can go ahead and sell our marketing services. So you're going to go on content on each button, and you're going to put the link as contact, hashtag contact, just like that. So hashtag contact, make sure you put the hashtag contact, just like this. Go on every button, content, hashtag contact. We already have it here. I put it earlier, so no worries guys. So hashtag contact, hashtag contact, hashtag contact. And now publish. Now what you're going to do is on the Calendly container, you're going to select the container that has the Calendly link. You're going to go into advanced, and then you're going to go into CSS ID, and you're going to put the contact. You're going to write contact without the hashtag. And now when you preview the website, every button that you're going to click is just going to go directly into directly slide into the Calendly thing. So for example, bam, slides over, bam, slides over. Which other one do we have? Bam, slides over. We're pretty much done. Now we're going to go ahead and do the hero section, and then sorry, not the hero section, the footer and the header. And now we're pretty much done. Let's get it. Alright, so since we don't have Elementor Pro, we're gonna have to use the plugin Ultimate Elementor Add-ons just to edit the footer and the header. So we're gonna head over to the WordPress dashboard just like this by clicking the top button and then click it in again. And then now you're gonna go over to Ultimate here and then click Header and Footer Builder. You're gonna click Add New, and then you're gonna name it. We're gonna first do the header, and then you're gonna select Option and then Header, and then display on entire website, just so it goes on our entire website. And then from here, it's going to publish, and now we can edit with Elementor. From here, just discard this, doesn't matter right now. You're going to select the plus, flexbox, arrow down, and from here, very simple header we're going to make. You're just going to click Add Element, you're going to put image, and then you're going to slide it. Oh my God, okay, that was weird. You're gonna select the image and slide it over here. I just clicked it, so it's inside the container. And then I don't want it to be that big, absolutely not. So I'm gonna go into style and then width and just decrease it like that. Maybe even put it a set amount of pixels, just like that. And then from here, you're just gonna add your logo. So I don't have a logo, so let's say I'm just gonna use my client's logo like I did last time. So I'm gonna go into upload files, select a file, paste it just like this. And let's say this is the logo of my agency, just like that. We're gonna publish, and we have our heroes or header right here. And now if we go into the home page like this, it's just gonna show as our header, just like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the footer. So you're gonna head over back to the WordPress like this. Same process, header and footer builder. We're gonna go into add new. And then you're going to search. No, you're not going to search. You're going to type footer. Now the option you're going to select is going to be footer. The footer is going to be is going to have a little more information than our header instead of just a logo. Display on entire website as always, and then publish. Now edit with Elementor. You're going to click edit with Elementor. And then for the footer, I believe there are a couple templates that are already made for WordPress for Elementor, but these are paid, so. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be using that right now. We don't want to pay for anything right now. So you're going to click X on this. And then now you're going to select a new container, Flexbox. And now we're going to select the two options. So first thing here, we're going to put a heading. And then we're going to put a text editor right under. And then the text I have here is X agency, the leading marketing agency based in Calgary, because I'm based in Calgary. And then style, I'm just gonna make it white, and then outfit as always. So outfit, you guys know how to style by now, so I shouldn't have to speak a lot. You should be able to style it however you want it. So style, and then outfit, this one, I want to make it, let's say orange. So text color, main orange, I want it to be a little smaller, let's say 24 pixels. And then the name is going to be X agency, just like that. I want the padding to be a little more, so selecting the big container. So if you click the structure, the container that has all of these, I'm going to go into advanced, and then padding, maybe set 70 everywhere, just like that. Now in the second container, I'm going to add an icon list, just like that. And then I'm going to delete everything. And then just the first one, I'm going to put email is going to be info@xagency.com, which is going to be whatever email you're going to use for your agency. And then you can select all the icons here. So I'm going to put the envelope, just like that. Style, we can change the color of the icon by selecting icon into style, make it orange. And then also the text by making it outfit and a little bigger as well. And 24 pixels, maybe 24 is a bit big. 18 text color, we're gonna make it white, just like that. I actually want to change the size of the icon as well, make it a little bigger, just like that. And then I can duplicate this, and then here put maybe a phone number. If I want them to call me, I'll put 1234590 as a phone number. Go into icons and then put phone, and then just select the icon that I want, just like that. I can go into style, put space between, whatever you want here. and you can change it to however you want. And then I can maybe put a social media icons right under. If I have an Instagram account for my agency, a Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever, you can go on here and then just paste the links of them. So whenever someone clicks on them, they'll just get redirected right away. And then align it to the left, just like that. Now we can publish. The website is basically done now. If we go on the homepage and then we preview, just like that. Now the website is done. This is what it looks like right now. So I went ahead and added some animations off screen, but I just want to show you guys how to add it. So as you can see, there are a few animations that just pop up like this, but head over to the whatever editing WordPress page you have on Elementor, and then click on whatever section you want to add animations to. For example, I added to these ones here. You can select the container, go into advanced, and then slide down into motion effects, and then entrance animation. You can add whatever you want. So I have fade in up, just like this. If I wanted to fade in down, it's going to do this. I just want to keep it to fade in up, but you can pretty much do this with every little section you have. So if I want this to for example, fade in, I'm going to click on advanced and then motion effects, entrance animation, and then fade in, just like that. And it's going to fade in whenever someone slides and then sees it on the screen. So very easy. Now we're going to do mobile optimization. So if you want to do this, you're just going to select mobile portrait up top here. I'm going to publish the website just to make sure I don't lose my progress. And then I want to just start and change the sizes of the text and everything so it doesn't look too goofy on mobile. So what I'm going to do is, little thing you should remember, you can only change the mobile version alone of things that have a little mobile portrait right here, little icon here. So if I want to change this to, for example, 36 pixels on mobile, it's only going to change on mobile because the size has a little mobile icon right here, and it doesn't change anything. But if I change something that doesn't have a little icon like weight, if I make it thin like this, it's also going to change on the desktop version. So make sure you don't change these parts. I'm going to publish and undo. So of course, I want to add some padding always on around everything, but this padding is a little too much. So I'm going to head over to this container, click on advanced, and then I'm going to remove the padding and maybe set, let's say 70. Like this. Unlink the values. The right and left is going to be 10 everywhere, just like this. And this is enough padding. And then this as well, I want to reduce the size so then we can actually have the dividers fit on the screen. So maybe make it this 14, and now the dividers fit on the screen. So this is what I want it to look like on mobile. So perfect. I'm going to publish, and then this one looks pretty good already, so no need to change. Maybe I want this to be a little smaller. That doesn't look bad. We can keep it like this. Now there's a little too much padding on here, so I'm going to reduce the padding. So selecting this container, going to advanced, and then we're going to make it 15 padding like this. Perfect. But these containers, we're going to add more padding. So maybe 20, just like this, 20 all around. That's perfect. I'm going to add 20 to this one as well. I don't know why it was set as 5, but going to advanced for each one and select 20, just like that. And then this looks pretty good. Maybe I want to, no, we're going to keep it like that actually. So just save it. On to the next. Book a free strategy call. I want this to be the full length. I don't like how there's 2 different lines. So I'm going to go into advanced. My alarm, sorry. I'm going to go into advanced and then custom and then just make it full width like this. But selecting this container, I'm going to go into advanced and just adding 10 padding everywhere, just like that. On to the next container now, or results. I want to leave a little breathing room in between the button and the results. So I'm going to go into advanced once again. We're always going to go into advanced to edit the containers, the padding of the containers. So maybe 60 padding on top. Perfect. And then unlink the values. We're going to add 10 to the right, 10 to the left, just like that. And then maybe change the sizes of these buttons. I feel like it's a little big. So style, and then number, we're going to make it, instead of 44, we're going to make it 36, just like that. Same thing for all the other ones. So style, number, 36, number, and 36. This looks pretty good now. You can publish, go to the next one. This doesn't look bad, so I'm probably going to keep it, except the top. I don't like how close it is to the top right now. Actually, it does not look bad at all. So we can probably keep it like that. We can go over to the next section. And then this, now we're able to slide into the different testimonials. Just because it's a little smaller now, it automatically displays as one testimonial on the page. This is way too big, so I'm going to click on this style and then turn this down to 36 pixels maybe. That looks good now. This image looks good. We can just slide this down. This looks good as well. And then the Calendly, this looks pretty good. This looks good as well. Maybe I want to reduce the size of frequently asked questions to 28 pixels, just like that. Publish. And then this looks horrible. There's way too much padding on this, so I'm gonna go on here, select this container, and instead of 100 padding everywhere, I'm gonna add maybe 10. And then this one, select this one, and then maybe make 10 padding as well. Maybe 20, just like that. Reduce the size of this so it doesn't look too all balled up against each other. 24. And I'm actually gonna add a little more padding to this one, so maybe 30, just like that. So this doesn't look bad. I'm going to reduce the size of this little button, or maybe just change the text to work with us, just like that, so it's not doesn't take too much space. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Mobile optimization is pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Now we have it mobile optimized, but see, I don't like this padding here, so I'm gonna go into advanced, and then so it's 120 on top, so I'm gonna maybe change it to just 20, just like that. Perfect. And now it looks good. We actually had 10 on the left and right, so I'm gonna unlink the values, make the left 10 and make the right 10, just like that. So as you guys can see, there's not a set way of doing it. It's just like you just gotta kind of like work with it and see what you like and what you don't like, and change the padding depending on that. So that looks pretty good for now. Now we are pretty much done the website. Congratulations, you've built your agency website and you're all set. Alrighty guys, so now connecting the domain. If you don't already have a domain, I want you to head over to domains.squarespace.com, and then you can search up your domain here. So xagency.com, it probably won't be available, but just to let you guys know, you can just search it up, buy it from here. It's going to set you back like 25 bucks, not that much. And then when you create your Squarespace account, you're going to have the DNS settings. Your domain is going to pop up once you have it bought. So now what you want to do to connect the domain is you want to head over to the DNS settings, and then you want to click add record. Now you're going to type the @ sign here. You're going to put type A, and then in IP address, you're going to head over to your Cloudways application, so the one we just used, and then you're going to make the public IP. You're going to copy the public IP just like this, and then paste it right here. I don't know why it's there. You go, and then save it. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add a new record. Now you're going to slide over to domain management here, and you're going to put the domain that you just bought. So I'm going to put aboutoure.com, just like that. Save changes. And then I'm going to wait a few seconds. There you go. And I'm going to set it as the primary domain. Now what I'm going to do once it's primary, I'm just going to head over to the domains, the DNS settings on here, and then I'm going to search up, put CNAME, just like this, and then I'm going to wait for this to get done. Alright, so now that is done, I'm going to head over to the SSL certificate, just like this, and then I'm going to put my email address, put my domain name, just like that, and then apply wildcard, click this, and then I'm going to copy this little thing under the _ ACME challenge, paste this on host, and then copy the WordPress application, just like that, and paste it. Make sure it's set as CNAME, just like that. Then you can save. Once it's saved, you can head over back and then click Verify DNS. It's going to have this little verified thing, and then you can install the certificate. And once you finish, your domain is going to be connected. If you were to search up aboutoure.com or whatever your domain you bought is, it would just work. So now you're all set up. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, as always, make sure you subscribe and then you follow me on Instagram, first link in the bio. And I actually just started a mentorship, so click the link in the description. It's a calendar link. If you are interested in starting your web design agency, you can click that link and book a call with me, and I can see how I can help you out. Anyway, as always, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next video.